Tell me if this sounds familiar. You're getting traffic, you're running ads, you're sending emails, but the deals aren't like closing the way they should. No one can agree on why. So a lot of times what we find is sales and marketing are looking at different numbers. They're using different tools. So sometimes there's not a shared language for diagnosing where go-to-market messaging is breaking down. Without kind of like a quantitative view of the full funnel, messaging fixes are pretty much going to be you're just guessing. So I'm Paul Clinton with The Right Way. What I do is help B2B companies sharpen their go-to-market messaging and connect it to business strategy. And what I wanted to share in this video and go through is this proprietary messaging audit that we've developed and built in Databox that gives sales and marketing the shared visual and quantitative view of where messaging breaks down across the three stages of the funnel. So to take a quick look here at the framework overview, we're going to look at three funnel stages. We're going to look at three metrics per stage. So that's going to be 9 signals total. This is designed to show where the messaging is breaking down, not that it is failing. It's really going to be built for sales and marketing alignment. So teams that are going to be able to look at the same dashboard and jointly kind of tackle this together. Let's move into the first stage of the funnel, and that's what we call traffic to MQL, which we see as a stage that measures like your offsite messaging effectiveness. So we're going to look at 3 metrics there. We're going to look at click-through rate by channel, which is showing is the hook, the ad copy, the email subject, the post headline, is that earning attention? And if it's as a red flag, it would be like if it's under 1% paid or even under 15% open to click on email, you could have some trouble on your hands. We're going to look at 2 other metrics here. We're going to look at engaged session rate. Are people staying once they land on the page? We're seeing a red flag there of like maybe under 40% on like paid traffic that would like signal kind of a messaging or landing page mismatch. And then our third metric is going to be content sourced MQL rate. Is the traffic like converting to leads? You could have like high traffic and then like a low MQL rate, which could suggest like the wrong audience or like a weak CTA. And we've actually seen this all the time with companies we work with. The traffic is strong, but that's a point where the conversion doesn't happen. Let's move on to stage 2. This is what we call MQL to SQL. So this is your on-site messaging effectiveness. We're going to look at the demo meeting request rate. So like of the MQLs who land on the site, what percent book a call? We're going to see a red flag there of like under 3% that suggests maybe a positioning or CTA problem. We're going to look at high intent page conversion rate. So are these pages focus on pricing, case study, why us, or even potentially industry vertical pages? Are they doing their job? And a red flag here would be like high traffic, but maybe like a below 5% conversion rate means that, the proof isn't landing. And then the third metric here is going to be like MQL to SQL conversion rate, which is going to look at what percent of book demos get qualified by sales. So that's a key handoff right there. The red flag would be under 30% that signals kind of ICP messaging that might be too broad or too vague. We see this all the time. And then moving on to stage 3, which we see as SQL to opportunity. So you've got like discovery to proposal rate, which looks at our discovery calls creating urgency. The red flag there is like, under 50%. Progressing to proposal, that could suggest that the narrative isn't compelling. And then proposal to close rate, which is like, is the written offer doing its job? You've got a red flag there of like less than 25% close rate that might signal price or value misalignment or weak differentiation. And then you've got objection frequency by type, which is kind of a standout metric here where it tracks which objections occur. You get a beautiful circle graph over here on the right, and which objections recur most. And then you're probably looking at gaps upstream, typically what we see that are triggered earlier in the funnel. Why did we do this with Databox? Well, we feel like Databox is the right tool. It has the ability to pull data from multiple sources, whether it's GA4, HubSpot, or other CRM data. It's a visual dashboard format that works for like sales and marketing. And it's pretty easy to share. So now we've got sales and marketing, with a shared and a visual language for diagnosing some of these messaging problems. We don't have to wonder about whether it's the homepage or this or that. Often it is the homepage, in my experience, but that could just be one piece. And then we don't always have the messaging problems that show up kind of where we think they're going to show up. And we might see objections in sales calls that are triggered by something that was said earlier. And you don't really need to fix everything. That's another takeaway here, is that these 9 metrics will kind of tell you exactly which stage to prioritize. So you don't get kind of lost chasing your tail. I would invite you to reach out to me. We'd be happy to customize this for you, show you the framework, or even show you a version of it with your data. And hopefully that would help you.